My name's Andrew Kearney and I'm the mayor of West Reading. I'm here at G&A Pizzeria on Penn Avenue in West Reading to interview Carl Garman, the candidate for mayor of West Reading. We're going to talk to Carl for a few minutes and we're going to find out what Carl has done in the past as a borough councilman, as a borough council president for the borough of West Reading, and what he intends to do as the next mayor of West Reading. Thank you for clicking on this video and for continuing to watch the videos. So Carl, why are you running for mayor?
So a quick answer to that is just the love I have for this borough. A longer answer to that is I am always and have always been concerned with the safety of the borough. The other reasons are I've always been the person that held people accountable. Always wanted to have that transparency so that a person sitting in their living room in this borough knows that everybody's doing the right thing. I always expect accountability and I always ask for accountability in return. Other reasons are kind of that hometown feeling that West Reading has to all of us that live here. I want people in their homes to know when asked, who's your mayor of your borough? I also want to help the continuing prosperity of this borough. Also, interactions that I've had with the police department when reporting from witnessing hit and runs or drug activity in the borough. The police department have, I think, came to a point of respect knowing that I was out for the betterment of the borough and the safety of the borough.
What you just gave me, Carl, is an excellent example of community policing. And I feel that community policing needs to be more widespread in the borough and also taught in the borough. How will you encourage or recruit the community to be better community police officers for West Reading?
I learned a long time ago, it's better to lead by example. So if you want someone to be a good witness to a crime, to be a good citizen of their community, you need to have a good relationship between the police department and the residents of the borough. And establishing that will be beneficial for the resident to be more willing to be involved and come to a police officer and tell them what they witnessed.
The office of mayor and the borough council have almost equally as difficult a job in running the borough. As mayor, how would you help to keep the borough council in line or heading in the direction that will always keep the best interests of the citizens in mind?
As mayor and former borough council member, I'll just continue to do what I did when I was on council, and that is always keeping the interests of this borough first and foremost. That way, your decisions are much easier when you stay focused on that task.
All right, well, that was fantastic. Why don't we go for a walk down to the playground?
Okay, sounds good.
A few years ago, the borough changed the policy on alcohol in the park. You can now have alcohol in West Reading Park. How do you feel about that as a candidate for mayor of West Reading?
Well, I believe there's a time and place for everything. I don't think our park system has a time or a place for alcohol. You're looking at age groups from a year old up to 18 to 21. Those are the most impressionable ages, and I don't believe having alcohol in the park system with that age group around is a good thing. We have a viable Main Street, Penn Avenue, that has more than enough establishments to satisfy that need. I don't think it's a memory we want to instill into a child as they're playing ball with their dad, seeing an individual having a beer or having a cocktail.
Your opponent's social media boasts recent certifications in borough council and also leadership classes. Is this important?
I believe it's important, but it's even more important to have someone that is a seasoned leader on day one rather than one that's in training. At some point in my working career, I've had leadership roles. In fact, the time that I've had those leadership roles is almost as long as my opponent's been alive. So I truly believe that this borough and the police department deserve a seasoned leader on day one, rather than one that's in training.
You know, your opponent has claimed to get these endorsements from elected officials and other officials in the community. How do you feel about getting endorsements, and what do you think are the best and biggest support that you've gotten in your campaign?
Well, I honestly didn't even seek any endorsements. I feel that the support that I get from the residents, past officials that worked here in the borough or that lived here in the borough, are more important because they have worked closely with me. They know my leadership skills. They know the kind of person I am. And I feel that they're more important than anyone outside the borough that maybe met me briefly or really doesn't have the full aspect of who I am or who I say I am.
I just want to say thank you for watching our videos. Don't forget to leave a like.